Guess what? If you clicked on this video, I just surveilled you. You just gave me your data. You are now in my metrics that I can analyze. Delicious taste. But it's not just me. YouTube and therefore Google has just surveilled you. Your ISP, your internet service provider, has probably just surveilled you. Your phone itself, to be honest. If you click the link from an external source like Instagram, hey, guess what? Instagram just surveilled you. And that's really what life is all about, isn't it? Feels good. Feels good. And you're probably aware about, the fact that you're being surveilled. Maybe not to what extent. I think it's hard for anyone really to grasp that. Most certainly not me. I just have a vague sort of idea. But the thing is, surveillance exists in many forms. And in fact, you might be a form of that surveillance yourself. Let's talk about cringe culture. Shout out Finn for the suggestion. Man, cringe culture in sort of the golden years of the internet was going gangbusters. That shit, you get a cringe compilation, that's just going double platinum, triple platinum. Because, I mean, let's be honest, it's pretty funny. Back in the day, someone does some cringe, point and laugh. Oh, they did something stupid. Little did we know. Little did we know. When I was 16, I started going to therapy. I had a lot of problems with depression and anxiety, and I just didn't feel right. And something that was very helpful for me was this concept of the invisible audience, right? Because I couldn't figure out why I was acting the way I was, why I had this anxiety like someone was watching me, right? The invisible audience, acting like someone's watching you. And really, no one is, right? Even if you're in a room full of people, do those people really care what you're doing unless you're really at the center of attention? Probably not. Probably not. And so this was something that I worked on in therapy, was externalizing the invisible audience, imagining that they were really there, and then it let me see that in fact they were not there. And that was 2021, right? 16, yeah, 2021. So obviously things were not chill, right? COVID was still happening. What I did not know at my sweet young age of 4 years ago was that the invisible audience is real and has become more and more real. Cringe culture was the commodification of embarrassing moments that you hope no one sees. But now, hey, guess what? Everyone sees it. Millions of people are going to see it. And because that shit was going double, triple, quadruple platinum, people kept recording it, right? It was symptomatic. It kept repeating. Because it was so popular, it would be reproduced over and over. And people would be seeking out moments to call cringe. This instilled, at least for me, and I think by proxy, a lot of people in my generation and thereabouts, a real fear of the invisible audience, the online audience. I mean, it's why nonchalance as a concept, I think, has become prevalent, is because it's a protection mechanism. If you don't display any emotions, there's no chance that you'll get caught out for doing something embarrassing, something cringe, right? The thing that really breaks my heart is that this sort of cringe culture catapulting itself into TikTok. First of all, like, shit is way more boring now. I mean, listen, I was not clubbing back in the day, but people don't dance. A lot of people don't dance. There's just this prevalent fear of expressing yourself in a lot of young people, which is so sad because that's what they're here to learn how to do. That's the whole point of being young, is to learn those things. And you have the flip side to that, which is, like I said, the people that are looking for those cringe moments. The newest evolution, like I mentioned before in an earlier video, meta glasses users, pickup artists, pranksters, the jesters of the internet. They are actively seeking human moments to take advantage of and monetize. And so what's happened with cringe culture is that we've been turned into agents of the surveillance state, essentially. And I'm going to talk so much more about surveillance, I think, because it's really a can of worms. You start talking about it. I already talked about it. And here we are back again. And I don't want this to just be kind of a me pointing out bad shit in the world. So let me try and be a little bit positive. This freaking Corbeau, man. He won't leave me alone. Anyways, let's try to be a little bit positive. It's not too late. If you feel detached from yourself, from your emotions, if you feel scared to express yourself because of the reactions of other people, I'm going to tell you two things that are maybe not super fun to hear, but very necessary, which is, first of all, there is no way around. You got to go through, right? So if you want to connect and reconnect to the human part of yourself, you have to try. And you have to try to be honest. You have to try to express yourself whenever you can. And you have to try to be vulnerable. And that is scary. And the second unfortunate truth is that these are things you have to practice. They don't just suddenly, switch flipped, boom, now you're there, right? Certainly wasn't like that for me. I had to really, really practice and try. And there's moments where you'll feel embarrassed. There's moments where you'll want to hide from the world. That's okay. As long as you come back and you try and try and try again. Don't let yourself become a fed for the fucking monoculture. Okay? Do me that favor at least. I'm so fucking sick of it. Please be human. Please let yourself be human. Please try to be human. It's more important than ever. Oh, wow, that was really cringe, guys. I can't believe I just said all that. See you later.